Um, my name is Wyatt Reddish. I'm in Mr. Henry's class. It is the 15th of December, 2014, and I am in Advanced Comp Literature. This is my blog post for the drug trade that I will be reciting. The drug trade. The drug trade today is the most profitable business ever constructed by humans. One drug dealer was so rich he spent $2,500 on rubber bands alone a month to hold all of his cash. However, while millions of users are secretly supporting the drug trade, millions more are paying taxes that the world governments are using to hinder this illegal trade. Even with the drug law enforcement like the DEA, drug lords are still the most successful profiteers on the planet. How can drug lords be so successful in such high-risk business? Also, where do these high-priced substances come from, and who is producing them, and where are they being produced? How are these illegal drugs crossing international borders and ending up in every American city? In this video, I will humbly answer these questions to the best of my ability. Firstly, where do these addicting hallucinogens come from? Cocaine comes from Sri Lanka, Taiwan, Indonesia, Nigeria, Malaysia, Japan, and many poor South American countries. Marijuana is produced in the U.S., Mexico, Nepal, China, and the Middle East. Heroin comes from Mexico, Colombia, Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, Vietnam, and Laos. Ecstasy comes from Western Europe, primarily Belgium and the Netherlands, where it is secretly produced. Some of these drugs grow naturally, and some of these drugs are synthetically manufactured in secret chemical labs. Usually, the harder a drug is to produce, the higher the street price of that drug. Secondly, who produces these powerful drugs? Chemists, farmers, doctors? The answer is all three. Farmers harvest giant fields of drug-producing plants, such as marijuana, and send them to chemists and doctors who know the formula and chemicals needed to convert these plants into powerful hallucinogens. These workers are either volunteer or slave that know that if they try to escape, families will be horrifically tortured and then killed. Drug cartels are known for their inhumane and horrific violence that they and their drugs are accompanied by. For example, Pablo Escobar was the leader of a Mexican cartel, and his cartel was responsible for over 5,000 deaths, ranging from other drug lords to competing drug dealers to innocent people that just happen to get in the way. This is how the fear of drug cartels is spread. This is also why the workers for these drug lords and cartels, volunteer or slave, fear for their lives every day. Also, how are drug lords getting illegal drugs across international borders into drug illegal countries with little to no resistance from law enforcement or border control? There are very creative ways that these drug lords accomplish this. However, some are very simple. Some drug lords know that a border they need to cross is too large to be patrolled effectively. So they wait till nightfall and simply drive trucks across the border until they hit a national highway. The more complex strategies drug lords are known to have been used are almost comical. Drug lords and cartels have been caught using speedboats, jet planes, prop planes, coffins filled with cocaine, and car tires filled with weed being smuggled across the United States border alone. The drug cartels have all this equipment because they can simply afford it with the profits they make. However, the most complex ways of smuggling drugs into other countries include digging miles of underground tunnels across borders, loading remote-controlled submarines with drugs, and even using homemade catapults to launch drugs over the United States border. Very creative. These attempts prove that because the drug trade is such a profitable business, the drug lords will never stop finding a way to smuggle illegal drugs across international borders. Many people believe that drugs will always be a part of human society and that almost anything with a chemical can be used as a drug, so why fight the process? Some will argue that the legalization of some drugs will force the violent drug cartels out of business, while others argue that if we legalize the drugs, then cartels have won the war on drugs. With the advanced border control technology that is supposedly being implemented from our military to border control officers, will smuggling be reduced? How will the American people decide if their state is the next to vote on the legalization of marijuana? Tune in next week to find out more interesting and entertaining blog posts on Wyatt Reddish's blog. Thank you.